What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already found us, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. William Fratelli Cooking and Guns channel, where we post a cooking video every week on TikTok and these other platforms. And we post a gun review or safety equipment or safety tip guidance review every Sunday. We title it Sunday-Gunday, where we just try to give you guys guidance, no legal advice, of course, on maneuvering in uncertain times that we're living in. We're going to go through the disclosure, but before that, we're just going to show you what we're working with today, what this review is going to be on. It's going to be a gun review, of course. This is a gun that we haven't reviewed on the channel in the past. This is the first time right here. We have the Glock. This is a Glock 42. It's a model 42, and it's chambered in 380. So 380 right here. We're going to do a quick safety check for YouTube. The mag is loaded with 6 rounds of 380 ACP. So it's like a shorter shorter version of a 9mm. Right, we've racked the weapon back right here. Nothing in the mag for YouTube. Nothing in the chamber. We're going to do a dry fire for YouTube. All right, the weapon is safe. We're operating in a safe and controlled environment for YouTube. Set this weapon aside so we could do the disclosure as we usually do here. We'll have a nice ankle holster here on the side. Nice Velcro ankle holster. We'll show you guys more of this in a bit. Just gonna set this weapon aside. 380 Glock. So like we've said in the past, this channel is for educational purposes only. We preach lawful self-defense. We're by no means gun fanatics. We're not giving any legal advice. Again, it's just guidance for you guys maneuvering in uncertain times that we're living in. And we are not we're not claiming to be firearms experts. We're simply voicing our opinions, and we're not we just want you guys to be responsible with your firearms, maintaining those firearms, and giving reasons why you should maintain them, responsibly, and use the weapons and what you should and should not do. All right, another message to the trolls as usual. Trolls, we're not going to tolerate it. If we usually get trolls on every video, they post comments, copy advertisements, crazy stuff like that. We're just going to block the trolls. If we determine you're a troll, you're just going to get blocked, like our other channels that we're collaborating with: Gun Freak Nation, Trey 57 Production, and the Alert Zone TV, to name a few. We're coming from almost 16 years of law enforcement experience. Myself, I've been a armed security guard in the state of Florida since I was 19, so going back 2010. And I'm currently a police officer in the state of Florida. I've been a police officer in the state of Florida since January of 2014. So with all that being said, we do our shout outs towards the end of the video. But for today, we're doing this gun review on the Glock. Once again, it's a Glock 42, model 42. Weapon is chambered in 380. Very nice weapon. I enjoy this weapon. I've owned this weapon now for, I believe it's 5 years now. This is a backup to my primary, so this is a backup weapon that I carry every day when I go to work. I carry this on my ankle, on my left ankle. Carry it in a Velcro holster like I showed you guys here. It's a very light weapon. We did a review on I believe it was a 357. Yeah, it was a 357 Magnum. It's made of a special metal, scandium, which is very, very light. So it's actually, my 357 that I carry on a daily basis when I'm not working is actually lighter than this weapon. But this one right here, 380 Glock. I'm gonna give you guys the exact size. I didn't look it up prior to posting this video. We're gonna give you all the specs and the weight. This right here, the mag holds about 6 rounds, so 6 rounds of 380, and you could put one right here on the top. You could top off a round on this weapon for you to hold it, for it to hold 7 exact. It doesn't hold that much ammo, but it's a good backup gun, man. Like I told you guys in the past, whenever you're dealing with a firearm, at any point the firearm can malfunction. That's part of the reason for me carrying a backup gun like this. I mean, it's you know, when you look at it, if you're working any kind of law enforcement, you know, like I'm working, you need to have something like this just in case your primary fails. That's the whole idea behind having a backup gun like this. It's just in case. You don't want to put all your faith in something and then it doesn't work, especially if you're working any kind of law enforcement. 380 auto is basically like a shorter 9mm. So I have one 380 round here on the side that I can show you guys. Right, it's a teeny tiny round. You know, it's not that long, but it's almost the same as a 9. It's just like a shorter 9. This is often referred to as a this round right here is referred to as a 9mm Browning short, or short Browning. That's another nickname for the ammo. This gun's very good. I've taken it to the range. As a cop, I have to qualify with this weapon once a year. We're required to qualify with our firearms once a year when you're a police officer. So I'll qualify with this weapon, no issues. I haven't had any jams. It's a very nice weapon. Something like this on the market right now, if you get it without a police discount, no kind of law enforcement discount, you could get this right now for about $450 US dollars. The barrel length is 3.25, so 3.25 this way. And then you have your capacity. Again, we said the capacity on this one is six rounds, and the length, or the width, excuse me, the height is 4.13 this way. So 4.13. The width is it's a little bit under an inch. It's 0.94 wide, so it's not such a wide weapon. You can see here we have the I'm gonna go ahead and put the weapon in battery so you guys can see the sights. The sights on this weapon are not, you know, they're not special. They're just basic white Glock sights, like the old Generation 2 and Generation 3 sights. Nothing special. This gun doesn't have any night sights or anything like that. So you have the barrel length is 3.25. The overall length of this weapon, so overall the whole way, is 5.94, almost 6 inches that way. And it weighs unloaded 13.76 ounces. So my Smith & Wesson weighs about a little bit under 12. So this is a little bit heavier than my Smith & Wesson that I have trademarked in 357. So it's pretty light. It has a 5.5 pound trigger pull right here. So you got your trigger pull, the pull right here of the trigger. Once again, we're unloaded for YouTube. Nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber. Trigger pull is 5.5 pounds. Right, sounds about right. This weapon, I mean, you could carry this weapon in a purse, ladies. If you have your purses and you want something light, you don't want something too heavy, this gun's pretty good. Glock 42, 380. I mean, 380 is a capable round. You know, some people say 380 is not enough. They complain that it's not the same as a 9. It's obviously not the same as a 9, but this right here, this will get the job done. This is a very nice gun. Personally, I own this gun. My sister that works security in Fort Lauderdale area, she has one of these now. I recommended it to her. She bought one for backup, or when she's off duty, because she just doesn't want something too heavy to have to carry when she's not working. So this was my reasoning behind getting this weapon, be able to carry it when I'm not working, and then also carrying it when I'm working. Like I told you guys, I carry this in an ankle holster for work. So got your ankle holster right here, Velcro material, very nice. Something like this, you could buy it on eBay. I believe this is the brand of this ankle holster is something called Bulldog. I think it's Bulldog or something like that. There's a bunch of them on the market that are copies of this same holster. So you have a clear pathway here for your pistol. Make sure it's clear, there's no threads, and you have this retention strap. That way you can keep the weapon in place. We're gonna go ahead and put this weapon in a holster just so you guys could get an idea of how this works. So the weapon's in the holster, put that strap down, Velcro, very nice. This goes on either one of your legs if you want to carry it in an ankle holster. you'll forget. I sometimes forget I have it on me. Like, you know, I have my weapon, my pants will go over it for work, and then I'll sometimes I won't even feel it because it's so light. This is just a very light weapon. You know, you don't want this weapon getting in the way of your everyday lives. You know, you have your stuff you got to go do. You got to go to the grocery store, go to the bank. You don't want something so big that's going to interfere with your daily life. You want something that's going to be lightweight like this, something that is not going to get in the way. It's like putting a cell phone on your side. You're not gonna feel like you're carrying a handful of gun. So we went over the capacity, the weight. Firearm size is not that big. Like I told you guys, I don't have small hands, but I have a medium to large hands, and a little bit larger. And I don't have huge hands, but I don't have small hands, so medium to large. My hand covers this pistol, basically the whole pistol right here. Can't even see it. So this gun's not that big. I mean, it's not gonna stick out. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see it. It goes right in the waist. They have holsters. I have one in the safe that I didn't take out. This gun is very flat, extremely flat. It's not even an inch. It's almost an inch thick this way. So you're talking about an inch, almost an inch thick. So this is not that thick. It's not that long. You're not gonna feel like you have this weapon on you, but you have 7 rounds. So you got 7 chances. If you have to do something, if you have to defend yourself, you have it. Keep it in the waistband. If you want to keep it in your purse. Again, if you have something like this in your purse and you fire it from the purse or fire it from a pocket, you're gonna have a problem, because this right here is it operates on a slide like this. The slide kicks back every time you fire the weapon. So if you had to fire this from your purse or your fanny pack, guys with your fanny packs like me, you might have a problem. So that's why I stick to the revolver personally. But this gun, I mean, it's fine. This gun is great. It performs well on the range. When I go to qualify every year, I have no issues qualifying with this. We went over the caliber. Caliber is 380, so it's .380. It's like a shorter 9mm, and the model is 42. So you have Glock model 42, chambered in 380. My overall opinion on this weapon, it's great. I mean, it doesn't kick that much. The recoil, it's very little recoil, less than a 9mm. And for what you're getting, you know, this is a dependable weapon. Glock has a very good standards when it comes to their product. You know, any kind of malfunction or anything like that, I haven't had any kind of malfunction with this weapon. You get what you pay for with Glock. Glock is the most recognized pistol worldwide. You know, it's for a reason. Glock is very dependable. You know, this weapon, you could take it to the range today and go fire it at the range, and you don't have to clean it. You could keep it that way. You know, the only time you have to really clean it is if you're putting it through a lot of stress and you're firing it every month, and you're doing firing thousands of rounds through this, hundreds of rounds, then yeah, I recommend cleaning it. I clean it when I use it, but personally, I haven't cleaned this since I went to the range. Since I went to qualify, and the weapon's fine. It's low maintenance. It's nothing too crazy. You got your holster options that I told you guys. I have about 3 or 4 different holsters for this gun, just because this is one of my weapons that I use for work, and then when I'm off, sometimes I'll carry it around. You have your magazines, the factory magazines that come from Glock. This is a factory magazine right here, holds 6 rounds. So you got your 6 rounds right here. It fits flush. So you're flush right here. It's flush. It's not sticking out. Show you guys right here. See, it sits right in there. You have 6 rounds, and then you could top off 1 here. That's what I usually do. So you have 7 rounds of 380. And then you have your other aftermarket magazines. You can buy the same size as this one right here, which is a 6-round magazine. You don't have to buy it from Glock. These run about $30 a piece, $28 and change. So you can buy companies like ProMag, PROMAG. ProMag sells the same type of magazines. They sell them black like this, polymer, black plastic. They sell them clear. They sell all kinds of different mags. Personally, for me, set this aside. I got another 2 mags here behind. This is a mag from ETS. It's a carbon fiber mag, so you could kind of see through it. You can see there's bullets inside there. This is 13 rounds of 380, and the reason for this is when I'm on the range and I'm qualifying with other officers, if I don't have this 13 round mag, I'm gonna fall behind, because they're gonna have to sit there and wait for me to load a 6 round mag when everybody's carrying 12, 13, or 15 rounds. So this is kind of cool. It looks like a machine gun. I don't keep it, obviously, I don't walk around with it like this. I keep these mags on the side just for when I have to go qualify. This holds 13 rounds of 380, so more than double of that little mag I just showed you. So little mag, big mag. See a difference? So you got the 13 rounders right here, like this one, 13 rounder. You could pop in there and do what you have to do, go qualify. We're gonna remove the 13 round mag. Set it right here. We got a 10 rounder here. This is by Pro Mag. This is a 10 rounder. Just another example of what you can use. See? And you got a 10 rounder right here. So usually when I go qualify on a range and I'm qualifying, I'm not shooting for fun, I'll go ahead and bring about 3 of these mags with me. One 10 rounder, a 13 rounder, and then I'll bring another 13 rounder. That way I have almost 40 rounds, or about 40 rounds, so I can do what I have to do to qualify. I don't have to sit there loading. You know, a weapon like this is not gonna hold. This is not conventional, like a full-size primary gun that you would carry for work. This is for somebody that's private citizen, somebody that's off-duty like me, you know, off-duty police, somebody that's just looking to have something on them just in case they need it. You know, hopefully you never need it, obviously. That's what we preach on this channel, is lawful self-defense. You want to have something on you and not need it, then have to use it, you know, hopefully not have to use it ever, but you have something on you. And this is perfect, man. Like I told you, 380. This is a nice weapon, Glock. There's plenty of other weapons that are chambered in this round. It doesn't have to be Glock. I chose this just because my department, this is what they require for a backup to a primary weapon. So my primary that I carry is either Glock or Beretta. I got a Glock 40, and then I have a Beretta 9mm that I carry. I'm usually carrying my Beretta 9mm, and then I have this 380, and I keep this on my ankle. And this is just one of the weapons on the approved weapons list for me, so I went ahead and went with Glock just for that. But yeah, overall pretty nice weapon. We went through all the fancy stuff when it comes to the capacity and how you should you know, chamber this weapon. Keep it in a location where obviously nobody has access to it. You don't want anyone to have access to your weapons. You want to be responsible with them. We're gonna set this aside now for YouTube. We're done with this gun review for tonight. We still have a few more weapons that we're going to be reviewing, and when we get a chance. So like usual, when we come towards the end of the video, we're going to do our shout outs for our 2A channels on YouTube that collaborate with us. We have, once again, Gun Freak Nation with Terry, Uncle Terry over there in Detroit. We have a lot of love for you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate watching your videos and you supporting our channel. We have Trey 57 Production up in Pennsylvania. We appreciate you. We enjoy watching your content, and we hope our subscribers subscribe to your channel as well. And then finally, we have Uncle James with the Alert Zone TV, another good 2A gun tube channel on YouTube that's just trying to spread a little bit of knowledge and guidance on how you guys should be you know, behaving and maintaining your weapons and just being responsible. Up in I think Uncle James lives up in Ohio, I believe. He's all over the place. He's a trucker, but he stays up there in Ohio, so we have a lot of respect for him. Salute to Uncle James. And all right, guys, so that's it for the review. Make sure you subscribe, you like our videos and subscribe, and we're gonna post some more you know, gun reviews and safety tips in the weeks coming up. All right, have a good night. Cheers.